Hi there, Caitlin McDonald here with the Social Speak Network, and today on day 10, we're going to be diving into purchasing your hosting and your domain name so that you can set up your website. Now, instead of going step by step, there is actually a link in the description for a blog post that goes into detail on this. And in all honesty, I don't really think that you need a website at this stage, but if you are planning on joining networking groups, which is one of the later stages in this 31-day freelancing challenge, then it sometimes is important to at least have, a domain set up and a website set up. Additionally, one of the future days is also reaching out to referral partners. And for this, they often like referring to a website as well. And all of the work that we've done so far, such as, figuring out your passions, your values, your why, your expertise, your target market, all of these work as a place to, then refine your messaging, your about page, your services and benefits. And so through this process, you are already creating content that you can utilize on a website. I don't want you to go out and purchase, a $5,000 website from somebody who can design it for you. I really, truly believe that you can create a website to just get the point across at this stage. When you end up spending so much time and energy on, such a big investment, you push back your ability to actually focus on the sales. So though day 10 is setting up your website, buying the domain, again, don't feel as though you have to go out and get that end-all be-all website. Your business is going to be changing over the next couple of months as you start growing your client list and really through experience figuring out what people are responding to, what imagery they're responding to, what verbiage they're responding to. So at this stage, again, don't go out and purchase a giant website from somebody who can build it from the ground up. My goal for you is to just have those basic pages created. And so we need to purchase the hosting first and the domain name. Now, if you aren't really familiar with how a website works, basically the domain is like the street address and the hosting is like a house. So all of your website files are stored within a hosting account. So again, your domain name is how you identify your website. And when you create your domain name, you want it to hopefully align with your business. So just a couple of quick tips here as you're thinking about your domain name. Make sure that it's easy to spell and that there aren't really strange combinations of numbers and letters and words and things like that. So avoid dashes. Try and find a .com domain name, even though other domain names are being more popular, I guess you could say right now. .com is kind of the easiest to remember for most people. And don't try and be too clever. Even if you are super creative and that's part of your brand and your messaging and everything, don't get too clever. People aren't necessarily going to remember it, especially if you have dashes and numbers and all sorts of crazy spellings and things like that. You want people to know where to find you. One thing you could do is purchase multiple domains that are a little bit more simpler or that have numbers spelled out or everything in numbers, and have them all forward to that clever domain if you just can't live without it. So today, think of, a couple of variations of words and things that you want to include in your domain name. Yesterday, we were talking about your business name, so try and incorporate that in a potential domain name. And then I actually always jump over to Network Solutions or GoDaddy to take a look at what domains are out there. So plug in your first selection or your first choice for domain name, so company name or your name, .com. And then it will give you suggestions of other domains that are available that are similar to that domain name if that one is not actually available. And then from there, as you're just starting out, I actually recommend jumping over to bluehost.com to purchase your hosting account. And that domain name comes free for the first year with your hosting account. So again, that link in the description goes step by step into actually purchasing your hosting and getting your domain name and getting the lowest cost possible for this. And so I also like Bluehost just because it comes with email addresses so that you can look professional with your name at domain.com. You can also have a free SSL certificate installed on your website for WordPress websites, which is great. Otherwise, those cost between $60 and $80 a year to have on the site. So getting it free through Bluehost is awesome. And then also you get that domain name too. Now, one thing to point out in the blog post, if you read all the way down, they do typically allow a special offer. So you select the hosting package that you want. Basic would be fine on Bluehost, and then start entering your information in, but then leave it. And don't click submit. Don't enter in your credit card information. Don't do anything. And then oftentimes if you kind of forget about it and then you come back after doing a couple other things, a pop-up will appear that has a special offer for your hosting package. And this might include domain privacy as well as a discounted price. So oftentimes we see if you sign up for 3 years of hosting, you can actually get that for less than $100 for that 3-year commitment. GoDaddy, it's a lot more expensive. Other places, it's a lot more expensive. So this is one of the reasons why we like Bluehost as you're just starting out. So again, click on that link in the description to be redirected to the blog post that goes through a tutorial of setting up and buying your hosting as well as your domain name. And that pretty much wraps up day 10 of the 31-day freelancing challenge. Again, this goal is to take you from step A, where you're just figuring out, if business ownership is for you, all the way through running a successful freelancing business with everything in place to start working with the clients that are going to value you, value your expertise, and pay you what you're worth. Again, my name's Caitlin McDonald. If you haven't yet done this, please head over to the socialspeaknetwork.com/first-month so that you can download the worksheet to follow along as we go through this journey. Additionally, on YouTube, click subscribe right down below so that you can be notified of any new video that we post, as well as this series of freelancing videos to help you start a successful and profitable freelancing business in 31 days. And if you are on Facebook, please like our page and join our members-only Facebook group so that we can help support each other through our community of freelancers who are working to start and optimize their freelancing businesses. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow with day 11. Bye.